Hey guys, thanks for joining me. This video is basically all about Layton by Parfums de Marly and the best clones you can get for Layton. So bear with me, I'm going to try and keep it under 10 minutes. I did an event this once, the first video I ever did. I waffled on for about 3.5 hours, well it was about half an hour I think. But I'll try and keep this one a bit shorter. I'm not going to do any test strips when I do these tests, this comparison today, because I've just done 2 more videos and it is kicking up in here of loads of different fragrances. So I know what it smells like. I'm sure you can trust me that I'm not going to bullshit you, so you don't need me to spray them. Right, okay, so Layton came out, was it about 5 years ago, 6 years ago? And I completely missed it, didn't even register. I mean, I'm a big Aventus fan, as I'm sure you guys will know. You know, I just pick fragrances up every now and again. Like, people will talk about certain ones on the forum, and I'd never really heard of it until I did. And then I tried Layton and absolutely fell in love with it. Absolutely fell in love with it. I think it's beautiful. I'm not going through the scent breakdown. There's a million videos on it. Noses that are far better than mine. So, you know, I'm sure you know what Layton is. The only thing I will touch on quickly is the slight reformulation Layton went through, where a particular chemical got banned by the EU. They took that chemical out. It went from a 78% volume to an 82% alcohol volume. Now, there's some discrepancies here, because some people say, or certainly Parfums de Marly will say, the 78, so it's not like you had 22% of perfume oils and 78% of alcohol, and it's now gone to 18% of perfume oils and 82% of alcohol. That's how it looks, but they did come out, someone did produce a letter, or I saw it somewhere, and apparently Parfums de Marly broke this down and said, no, that's the alcohol percentage in the alcohol that they use. So it's they went from a 78% alcohol that they would use in the mix to an 82% alcohol they use in the mix. Anyway, look, who cares? Does it smell good? That's all we need to know. So I went through a bottle of Layton in about 2 years, and I went to buy another bottle of it. But in the meantime, a lot of clones have come out. The first one I got hold of was Detour Noir. Now, let's do a little bit of a comparison between the clones first. Now, Detour Noir is El Haramain. And again, these are murky waters here. This is only my opinion. Please don't copyright me for any opinion I've got. I'm sure no one gives 2 shits about what I say, but I'll just put that little disclaimer in there anyway. But anyway, so this is El Haramain, okay? And this is a really good clone of Layton. It's really good. It's just really good. Longevity, the only thing I would say I don't get out of it is the longevity of Layton. I get the scent profile, maybe not quite that minty fresh from the start off with the original formulation anyway, because you did lose a little bit of that in the reformulation. You don't quite get that menthol hit at the beginning. But anyway, so this almost goes straight to the dry down. This is straight down, dried down to how Layton is after the first 30 minutes, 35 minutes, whatever. And it does a good job. It will perform for, you'll get 8 hours on it. I don't get much more than 8 on it. And it will project nicely for 3 to 4. Yeah, it's good. And do you know what? It's 80 pence. No, it's not. It's about, I think it's about 25 quid or something, 30 quid. So now, and I was very happy with that, although I am a massive snob when it comes to fragrance. I would much rather, if I own a dupe, I like to own the original. But what I did was, instead, I went and bought the Layton Exclusif. Come to that in a minute. So because I was happy enough with that I thought I'll just go a different way and go for the Exclusif version. You know, obviously funds are limited. So in the meantime, but then I looked and found that they had actually done a couple of other versions. Now there's one called Exclusif Bleu, and that's by it's not Al Haramain, it's I think it is Al Haramain, but it's not Al Haramain. It is in a bottle. Let's look at it this way. See this bottle here? It looks just like that. The Exclusif Bleu, which isn't by Al Haramain, is in a bottle that's just like that. And I know that because I own a bottle of that, although I have lent it out to my cousin. That's why I've got it here today. But it's exactly the same as that. Now, that's not Al Haramain. Al Haramain do one called Al Haramain Bleu, I think, and that one is in, again, the exact same bottle as the Exclusif blue, but it's a completely different scent. So the Exclusif blue, which isn't Al Haramain, that looks like it's in exactly the same bottle as the Al Haramain Exclusif blue, is also, funnily enough, in exactly the same bottle as this one, which is Orientica Exclusif Oud Bleu. They're on exactly, so the three, basically got three in exactly the same bottle. One's unbranded, from what we can tell. One's Al Haramain, but it's not a Layton clone. And then you've got this one by Orientica Perfumes, which is a Layton clone. So you've got unbranded Layton clone, Orientica Layton clone, same bottles, and unbranded, and the Al Haramain non-Layton clone, but again in the same bottle. Confusing, I know. Now, I've got a suspicion that they are all by Al Haramain, and they are Orientica, who I purchased this from, and this little beauty that I'll get to in a minute, may or may not be a sister company or of Al Haramain. That's just my opinion, because I know that the juice in this is exactly the same as the juice in the Amber Oud Blue, I think it's called. Amber Oud Blue is the Al Haramain one. I'm getting freaking confused. I'll put a description in the bottom of the video just to break them down. But this is exactly the same juice in the other Layton clone of the unbranded one that's in the same bottle. Exactly the same. There is no difference. It's the same. Okay, so moving on from that, this is friggin' awesome. This is Layton old school. This is pre-reformulation Layton. This has the menthol opening. This lasts me. Honestly, this projects for countless hours. 6 hours projection I get off of this, no problem at all. It is an extrait de parfum, so you'd expect it to last a long time, but you wouldn't necessarily expect extraits to perform in that way. But this really does push off your skin for 6 hours. 2 or 3 sprays of this, man, you are all right, good to go. Which is handy because you only get 60ml in there. So, and it's exactly the same with my other one, which is the unbranded Exclusif blue that's in the same bottle as this. It's old school Layton. Do not be afraid to buy this instead of Layton, if because this is Layton. Now Orientica do another one which is in a bottle which I am not a fan of, but there you go, tastes are different. This looks a bit too feminine to me, a bit too like I'm on the Orient Express or whatever. A bit too. It's just not for me. Old school royal, it's not for me. But I tell you what, this again is by Orientica, same company, obviously different bottle, same colour blue underneath there. This is exactly the same as that, although it's ever so slightly a lighter concentration. I think this is parfum and that's straight to parfum. But this again is Layton. I have Layton here. I did buy a travel pack. You got 3 10ml bottles, and I picked it up when I bought that because I wasn't prepared to go and buy another full bottle of Layton. But these are quite handy if you go away. And so this is the 78% formulation, and there is no difference. I've blind tried this on 3 or 4 very good friends. One of them is a really seriously into his fragrances, and he cannot tell the difference between that that and that. The only slight difference between that and that is that lasts a little bit longer, and I think that's because it's an extracted perfume. So I would, no way am I going to buy another bottle of Layton when these are about, and I actually did get a second bottle of this because there was a great deal on. So I got, and you get 90 ml in there, so I've got two of these, 180 ml, one of these 60, and the other one which is a 60. So I've got 300 plus, and these. So I've got 330 ml of Layton, which will see me until I shake off this mortar coil, I would hope, unless I start bathing in it. But just a quick note. So please, in a nutshell, buy this for 30 quid all day long, daily driver. Don't waste your good stuff on it. Buy, if you've got a bottle of Layton and you're burning through it, buy that. Run that sometimes, even if you just want to do one squirt of Layton on you, and then the other areas you would do, just use that. It's really, really good stuff. So don't be afraid to buy that. If you're looking to replace your Layton, please feel free to do so. Obviously, I don't give a shit, and I'm not knocking PDM or trying to stop any of their sales. But if you wanted to go down a cheaper route, this one is about, you can pick it up for about, you can pick these up for about 60 quid. If you look, about 60 quid each. 60 to 70 you can find it. I think if you go on Orienta's website, they're about 80, 85. But I think you can go, you can definitely always find them cheaper than that. So so do not be afraid. It's a one-to-one clone. I can't tell the difference, and I am really fucking picky. So and stop on this. I'm not stopping any other way. But I cannot tell the difference, so I'm happy with that. Just on a side note, Layton Exclusif. This you'll see for the eagle-eyed among you. This does say obviously exclusive. Right, so and obviously it's the same company, so why would they release the same form? But it's almost like you've got Layton and Layton Exclusive. They've almost done Royal Blue and Royal Blue Exclusive, but these share no comparison to Layton Exclusive at all. As you know, Layton Exclusive buries yourself into it starts off Layton and it goes into a more woody, mature scent. I friggin' love it. It's awesome, 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 awesome stuff. This is the older formulation. I don't know why I'm looking because I know it is. So yeah, so that is just a quick, well, probably wasn't that quick, little review of what I consider to be the best versions of Layton. I haven't tried, I know there are other ones out there, but as far as I'm concerned, I've struck gold with these two and the unbranded one that's in the bottle that looks like that. So, but yeah, so that's my guide. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Any comments, please feel free to ask. Thanks very much.